Wee. Hello people, how you doing out there? Escape the maze. I don't know, I couldn't tell you what episode it is, 25, 26, 27, something like that, around about there. I've been off for about a year. Just didn't have the energy to put in anymore. Couldn't talk anymore to people. That was all done. I've been doing this for so long. It was so draining that I just decided to get out of it for a bit, you know, gather what I needed for the people around us, because we could see what was coming down the line, and we were trying to sort ourselves out, really. But I trust you're all right out there, like I always say. Good to see you. And yeah, I thought I'd had a bit of energy come back into me, so I thought I'd put a few more videos back together and actually do what we're doing, you know, and what's going on now. Throughout the year, I have been meeting people, good people in my local area, you know, and we're on the east of England here. So I've been meeting people, and I've met some really, really beautiful people along the way, and it's time now to start getting some direction on what we're doing, because we know what's going on, you know. Many people out there just think of spontaneous events hitting each other, and then you get this drama come out of these spontaneous events. But for all of us what know what's going on, we know that it's a scripted movie, and we know the next part of the play is to get to where they want to go on their agenda. So once you've zoomed out, you recognise and can realise what the next part is. And so that gets very, very frustrating when you know, because other people don't know, and they're completely lost to the spell of what's where they're at, you know. So for us people, I think the energy went out of us. It went down, because obviously if you know the next stage, and that becomes tough. That becomes tough to know. The weight of knowing is very, very difficult for us to handle, and seeing what their future, you know, what, you know, we give our energy to, what is an illusionary powers. We know what they've got for the next step, and for us to actually function within this place, knowing what's going to go on, becomes difficult. So that's why I haven't been around for a bit. I just sort of went, you know what, you know, just have it. You know, I'm not here to save any more people, wake people up. I can't do no more than what I've done. No one listens, and you're pretty much on your own, or with people what recognise certain things, you know. So that's what I've done. I took a bit of time off, but like I say, the energy's come back in, and I'm going to go again on it. And I watched a couple of videos with David Yates, and over the last few days, and I'll put a big thumbs up to David. Because he got me back into it. I was watching a few of his videos. He had all his videos scrubbed off YouTube, and I just watched a couple of the fella, and I thought to myself, yeah, I'm going to dust the camera down and get out there and get back on it. You know, why not? If we ain't got a huge amount of time here or whatever, I'm going to spend it kicking and screaming. You know, I'm going to spend it going at it a little bit. So I went down to the park this morning and met some great people in my area, and we started getting a direction on the go. And it's always going to be community. It's always going to be community here, where like-minded people have to come together now. They have to start sharing. It's a test. This is a test. It's been a test all the way through, soul test. And for the ones that know, are definitely got to come together now and start pooling resources or having skills to help each other out, you know, because it's the only way we're going to function as a people, because we know what they want to do, you know, social credit system, all of this stuff, all in the mix, you know, what they've done to people over the last 2 years. We've watched all of this. We know where it's going, transhumanism. We know about WEF. We know what they've got in. We know the secret societies. We know all this, and that's always been about our test. What we going to do about it? Have we got the will to do something about it, or are we just going to sit back, like I say, and just accept being poisoned, accept our children being poisoned, and everyone else what we love, you know, what are oblivious to this, you know, we've got to let them go, you know, because that's about forming communities with people that know what's going on in this place at a deep level, you know. So how do we live out of that? Well, we've got to take all their control measures off of them, and we've got to take the control measures back, and that is hard. It's a mountain to climb, very, very difficult, of course it is. But what else are we going to do? You know, what have we got to lose in this moment, really? How can we get through this to solution-based? And this is what started this morning, and we started getting really into solution-based because there was people there, and you know, I'm talking to people, and they've all had enough as well. You know, they're at breaking point. They just don't want to know, and everyone now is looking for a solution. You know, and we need to start recognizing who we are as a people, a collective people. We have to do that in communities. You know, it's very, very easy to be led off the path and into a cul-de-sac, but we ain't got time for that no more. We have to get to the very, very basics of who we are, and who we are, living man on the land with a spark of the divine creation within the temple of man. That's what it is. Now what I've just said there might have blown a few fuses, but this is the battle that we're in, a spiritual battle. And these creatures, and they are creatures, will not stop. We know that. They won't stop. This is their mission. This is what they do. You know, this is like being up against the Terminator. They do not sleep. All they do is feed and harvest energy of the unconscious. Now, we know that. And now, we've got to make a real big decision in all our lives. How do we counteract this? You know, how do we turn our backs away from that? You know, because they have so many control measurements on us, or mechanisms on us, that machinery. You know, we're talking about money, we're talking about heat and gas and everything going through the roof now, diesel, petrol, everything that they provide, they can do whatever they want with, because we're lost into their system. And their system becomes irrelevant to us if we know who we are as a collective people. We do not give that energy, because they use that energy against us. They are harvesting our energy all the time through fear. You know, we're fearful all of the time because we're accepting of their plan. We're reacting to their plans all of the time. We're never proactive on what we're doing. So we're continuously in fear, lost to their story. And people are just continuing until it becomes so bad that you just can't eat anymore. You know, you won't be able to function. How are you going to pay for that? How are you going to get money for that? How are you going to do this? And this is an inevitability of what's going to happen to many, many people. So we have to recognize that at this moment, we have to come together as a collective. If not, well, their plan's already set. We know their plan, what I got planned for everything and everyone. You know, our children are in on that, and their grandchildren are in on that. You know, so we know their plan. Let's stop being in their story of their plan. Let's start our story up in our communities. You know, if they want to threaten us, then we have to take that threat away from them, the controlling threat of fear. So we don't need their gas anymore. We don't need their electric anymore. You know, we have to come back to who we are as a living man, living woman on the land, not displaced and lost cargo at sea. You know, I'm not a crewmate on a corporate ship. You know, I'm not taking maritime law. I'm on the land as a man. All I want to do here is grow vegetables and eat and sleep and help other people out, because I'm in the heart. I live in my heart. I don't live in their mind, their mechanical mind. And I need like-hearted people with me on this journey, and this is what we're doing in this community. And that is going to grow, because I will do more videos of people what are coming from the heart. Our currency, and I don't like using their words, but this is a language that we've got. Our currency has to be in kindness going forward. You know, everyone's got it in their head that it's a dystopian future. We're all going to turn into Mad Max, and everyone's going to destroy each other. Well, that might be the fact, right? There's a lot of predators out there, and there always will be predators, because they're lost to the mind of the programming of what they've put into them. But there's a lot of lovely-hearted people out there as well. And as everything goes up and up and up, more people are going to struggle. So they need somewhere to come. We need to provide that. So we've got to get into, where are we here? You know, this is the land. I'm not in the UK. I'm not in England. I'm not on their borders. I'm on the land of Albion. I'm on the land of my ancestors, on this land. And I am a living man. And I have Creator, and Creator watches through my eyes, my actions here. That's what happens. And that's all watching what we do. And we either lay down in front of these like the track and let that locomotive drive over us, or we get up off the track so that can't go anywhere. Stop feeding the beast, you know. So us as a people, what are creators and creators beings here, living for life, living for the life of everyone else to have what they call their freedoms or whatever. We're the ones that have to push through the bottleneck and have the will and energy to start creating something where the image, where other people will come and they'll be attracted to that image because they can see it works. So this is where we have to do it, but we have to realize who and what we are. And that is that we are beings, magnificent beings, and we have been lost, but now we come back to ourselves and we're on the land as living man. And like I say, I can't lie. I can't lie to my brothers and sisters, because I know that these eyes are the witness of creation and Creator. I have love in my heart as a living man, and I want the best for you and your family. And I want the best for all good-hearted people out there, you know, no, regardless of what they're, but that's what I need. I need my love to go out there and help. And this is what we all need to do. So like-hearted beings coming together and forming these communities that we need to do. And forget about their plans. We know what they're up to. We know what they want to do. We know they're creatures. But at the end of it, if we're going to go down, let's get going. So we have our story to tell, and our children are proud of our actions. Our children look up to us like they should do, as we are on the watchtower, and we're helping them through. Let's form schools of our children for ourselves and teach them and let them tell us what they want to be taught. You know, let's get out of the alarm clocks. Let's get out of their system, because this is the only way that we're going to do it, is recognizing who we are and empower ourselves to move forward in that knowledge of who we are and who we actually work for. We work for life here. We're not anti-life system. We're not anti-system. We're not anti-life. We work for life here. We are living. We're not dead piece of paper. We're not in their corporation ships. We're not. We have to come back to the land, and we have to be basic with each other and honourable and have integrity and do what we say we're going to do to help out. We're all tired. We are all really tired of this. But it's only going to change if we change it as a people, as a whole people, not divided, you know, not looking at someone else on the outside because they look different or whatever. This is all their manipulation. We have to come together as a people. And in this community, we will start doing that, because there's some great people around, and we're going to put it in now. We have to, because no one's left behind with our tribe, or whatever you want to call it. The elderly, the young, they'll all be protected, you know. And this we've got to figure out is if this is worth it. You know, have we got the will to do it together as a people with love? Have we? And we need to express that, you know. We need to just come together and find out, learn off each other, find out what we are, because they've got us thinking and we've lost the feeling. So this is just a quick update. You know, I've been out of there for a while, come back in, and let's get together with the people, like-hearted people, like I say, and move it forward. And I'm going to be doing more and more of these videos, be doing it with people in the community, you know, showing. Another thing is if anyone out there is like prepping or anything like that, my advice to you is, if you think you've got yourself all sorted out lovely, turn your gas, electric off, your water off, and stuff your toilets up for 2 or 3 days, and then that will show you where you are on your preps or whatever, and try and live them 2 or 3 days completely without any of their stuff coming in, and so that you can really get it down, you know, and see where you're at. But yeah, there'll be a lot more on that with this channel now, a lot more on plant and food, allotments, people getting food together for other people, and in a community, and shopping local and all that type of stuff. So I'm going to get a lot more people on the camera so that they can come in and tell their stories and show how we all are doing it together. So yeah, this is one thing that you will never hear a creature say to you, the ones what everyone's letting control them. I love you. I love you from my heart. I love you, and I'll go to the ends for you. And I'll stand shoulder to shoulder with you with every inch you move forward, because I love you, because I've got more in common with you than what I have any creature. So escape the maze. Much, much love, and you take it easy, because you're worth it. In a bit.